Okay, so before I go to the car show, I'm gonna mess with the VR4 a little bit. Well, I've already messed with it a little bit. So I pulled this thing down. This is like the, this like sunroof thing. This glass top, it covers it so you don't get sun. Unfortunately, when I did that, I thought it broke the tabs on this. But, I mean the tabs, this thing probably hasn't been open, but this one did break. And now I'm doing what every person that has one of these probably fears, and I'm opening it. And let's listen to the seal. I'm going slow. Ooh. Ooh. Scary. Okay, so it's all the way open. So I'm pretty sure that all I need to do is press these buttons and it releases it, and it pretty much just all the way comes off, and then I can clean underneath it. So I got this far. I looked in the manual and it shows pretty much that you have to lift it up and then pull it out. So I'm going to try that, and hopefully I don't break anything, because these glasses are hard to find. Okay, so I got the top glass removed, and with my surprise, there isn't any rust or anything. One reason I did want to remove it was because this, you can see it sat outside for so long. This is fiberglass, and you can see the fabric right there. So the car pretty much got blasted and sunbaked till that paint was gone, and pretty much the top layer of gel coat was gone. And also another thing to my surprise is the seal doesn't look damaged, so I'm gonna lube it up a little bit and kind of wipe this all down. You can see it looks actually pretty decent, and I'll show you that little tab that I unfortunately broke. I'm pretty sure I could replace it, but actually I didn't break it too bad. So right there you can see I chipped it, and I was pulling that cover off. Oh no, you can, now I just chipped that one, but yeah, I definitely broke that one. So I'm gonna see if I can get a new one of these to replace it. Pretty much I'm done with the VR4 right now. I'm glad I got the top off. I'm glad that the seal, it didn't rip. I'm going to look for to see if I could get a new OEM seal and like new ones of these, because these look pretty bad. And the great thing was that none of these were rusted in, surprisingly, and I need to get a bit for my hammer driver thing to get these two screws out on these. I don't know why there's tape on there, but I want to replace those. I'll replace those with Allens, just make it a little bit easier, and then maybe freshen up some of this stuff. See if I can find another one of these little things on like a broken glass or something. If somebody has one of these, let me know, because I'll actually, if you have two of these off like a broken glass, because I need to replace those two. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to see if I can get these, because these were rusty. Well, they're like, I don't know, they're rusty, but I might be able to powder cut them. We'll see what happens. So I need to see if I can get these rubber pieces as well. So I'm gonna maybe look at Mitsubishi on Monday and see if they can get me some of these parts new, and just so I have them, and when I go to paint it I can redo it. One thing I'm gonna do is redo this. This is fiberglass. As I showed you earlier, it's messed up, and I kind of want to mess with some vortex generators up here just so it gets to the wing a little bit better. I'm gonna go up to Denver with Trevor, and hopefully I see some people off my YouTube there. Yeah, so a lot of people showed up for the hot import nights, a lot more than when I was in Minnesota. There's like a line there that goes all the way back, and then there's another line over there that goes all the way back. So the line's getting longer, and we're actually pretty close to the door. When you don't realize the sign-on bolts on the bottom, and all you need is a 12 mil. When you thought you were in, but they actually put you in like an airport like maze. This is what happens when you can't organize an event. It's all unorganized. You have all these lines and just people waiting around. So finally made it in, and Trevor's gone to the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a sec and then start walking around. Check out this M3. I kind of like how this turbo is set up over the one that I got. That's all like bottom mounted and stuff. The only bad thing is like how tight it is against the firewall. It almost looks like the same intake manifold that's on mine, and I don't know. I don't think this is actually an M3, but yeah, I can't wait to get that one running. Look at Trevor over there dreaming about Supras. Look at him. I guess this is the company that makes that manifold I have on my JZ. There's still a line outside all the way around the block, and they aren't going to make it in. Okay, so I'm back from Hot Import Nights. The show was okay. There's some really nice cars there, just like a car show should be. There's a lot of people there. It looked like the event was very unorganized, so a lot of people that paid didn't actually get in, and I don't think they're like giving refunds, so it seemed like a lot of people are angry. And the line when we left at like 9 o'clock was still like around the building. So it's a good thing that we went early and didn't purchase tickets beforehand, because if we would have been stuck in that line and probably would have never made it in, which was like a good thing. So now I'm back working on the VR4, and what I'm doing is kind of doing some cleanup of some stuff that eventually will need to be done anyway when I repaint the car. So what I'm gonna do is I pulled this piece right here. This is for the air deflector when the glass roof is off. You can have it open, and this deflects the air over so you don't have a bunch of noise and stuff. So that right there, you can see that it's not too bad, but definitely aged from sitting under the roof with the sun baking it and everything. And right there is a little bit of surface rust. So what I'm gonna do is have that powder coated gloss black, and I pulled all the seals off. I might see if I can get new ones from Mitsubishi. These things right here, they are the little pieces for the glass roof to sit into here. But as you can see, or like one way or the other. No, this is for the other side. Okay, so this is the right side. I think this is the right side. No, it goes like this. It goes something like that, but you can see that these are all rusty, so I'm gonna see if I can get new ones from Mitsubishi. If not, I will have these powder coated gloss black as well, and I'll pop these little rubber things, and I'll see if I can get all the new rubber so I could kind of redo it while I'm at it. To get my impact hammer and get these screws out, I'll replace them with Allen's, stainless steel Allen, so this doesn't happen again. I don't know why they use screws on stuff like this, so I'll replace it with either a butt head or just it'll be Allen either way. I'll have these powder coated. You can see the powder coats coming off of it. And these right here, they almost seem like they're metal. They hold the glass roof to the little bracket, so they bolt to this right here. And it seems like it's metal, but you can see how it's like mushroomed almost, like reverse mushroomed. And that screw wasn't very tight, so I just think it's over time it's gotten like that. But it feels like it's metal, but I think it's plastic. I'm not exactly sure what it's made out of, but it definitely, I want to end up like maybe like making replacements, like CNC replacements. So I might take one of these downstairs and draw it up in SolidWorks so I can get this made out of like billet aluminum so that doesn't happen again. And yeah, I'll see if I can get this. This seal doesn't look too bad, but see if I can get a new one of those seals. And even if it was billet aluminum, there's like this little rubber thing that's in between it, that goes in between glass. And just kind of buttoning this up. So when I want to repaint the car eventually, and all this stuff will have to come off to paint it. So this will all be the color. My color choices are, so there is Royal Purple off of Lotus. There's also the Midnight Purple off the 17 GTRs. I don't know if that's a color name for it, but it kind of looks like a flashier new Midnight Purple Pearl. Then there's also a 72 Dodge color that's like a green, like super flaky, but it's like black at night. Looks really good. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but one of those colors. I'm really leaning towards the purples. I definitely would love to see this thing in purple and go from there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I want to drive it first. I need to do all the rear end stuff and alignment and the tires balanced before I drive it. This is all just easy stuff. So I should be getting the bushings, hopefully, from the girl I know. She's machining them. She's gonna mail them to me. I hope I have them by next week, so then I can put that subframe in with the new diff bushings and all that stuff. I may raise the diff up a little bit. So unfortunately, since I've already powder coated those mounts and those brackets, I may have to cut them and or make like design new ones. But if I do design new ones, I will put everything in, and then I will put the new ones in later, because all I need to do is raise the diff up like ½ an inch, because the axle angle, it isn't too bad, but the straighter you can get the axles, the better. So I'm gonna do that later on to raise that differential up a little bit, just because I lowered it quite a bit lower than stock. And it is definitely a really nice ride height right now, but yeah, that's something that's gonna happen. And right now I'm gonna clean this glass. And also, hopefully I could replace these little things that I accidentally, well, I mean, they're really old. I'm not surprised that I broke one. And, you know, I just need to go ahead and kind of fix them. And then I can worry about the everything else. But what I'm gonna do now is, you can see I did like pre-clean this with Windex, but it's been sitting so long, you can see some of the water spots. So I'm gonna take all those out. And this is like UV film on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wax it, both sides of it, and then it should be perfectly clean, and that'll be really nice, because right now it's pretty clean, but it's still kind of dingy. So, all right, so you can see I clay barred the glass and waxed it right here. On the other side, you can kind of see how dingy it is. But since the glass is so old, these get like scratches and stuff in them because people set stuff up there. So let's see. Can you see it? So right here, see that scratch? It's hard to see, but there's a scratch right there. So that scratch is right there. And there's one right there and there. And what I should be able to do is put chrome polish on it, and it should not remove them, but reduce how much you can see those scratches. So the chrome polish really kind of hid the marks a little bit. You definitely, if you look close, you can still see that they're there. It's right around here. You're not going to see that in the camera right there, right where my finger is. See it? So that's a scratch. It kind of hit it a little bit better. The one good thing about chrome polish, so you pretty much, if you have like glass that's pretty much like this and water spotted and hasn't been cleaned in a long time or has kind of been neglected, first thing you want to do is to clay bar it with some kind of lubricant. Just use the instant detailer. It works the best. Smells really good. Water works well with soap, but I think the detailer works a little bit better as more consistent lubricant. And after you clay bar it, you kind of wipe it off, and then you wax it. I usually use carnauba wax, so you give it a good wax, and then after you wax it and wipe it off one more time, then you apply the chrome polish onto the glass, and then you let it dry, and then you wipe it back off. So you can kind of see, so here was, I'll go to the other side to show you because you can see the water spots a lot better. And this was after it had already been cleaned with like Windex. So you can see that there's like water spots in the glass that you can't get off just by washing it, because they're like mineral deposits almost. So here, right here, and don't mind this line right there, that's on the other side. That's just where some Windex ran. But so you can see right there that the glass is clean. It has been like clay barred and waxed. And then if you come over to, so you can see the reflection. But if you come over to, you can see the difference between the clay barred and waxed to the chrome polish, how nice and smooth and clean it is. So it really does help to make your glass look a lot clearer. Just a little tip for you guys if you didn't know it. Now you do. I usually do it, well, I haven't done it on anything in a long time, but my blue coupe, I used to do it all the time. Literally that thing, when I cleaned it, it took me all day to clean it, because I'd wash it, wax it with all like, I don't know, I didn't ever use the machine buffer back then when I was like younger. So I waxed it like with the 3 stages of wax, and then I'd like clay bar all the windows, wax them, chrome polish them. Car looked really nice all the time. And then I'd like plastic polish the taillights. So my coupe taillights are like the cleanest coupe taillights probably. They're like super like shiny. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, so that really helps kind of make your glass a lot clearer and cleaner and all that good stuff. So I'm done for today. The whole Hot Import Nights was kind of, it was cool, but it was kind of a disappointment how it was ran. It was very unorganized and everything, but I did enjoy the cars and stuff that were there. I met a few people that watch my channel. If you are watching this, thanks for saying what's up and kind of chatting. I kind of talked to a few of them for a little bit. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button, click the bell to get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.